Hi there, this is Lori Edge-Hughes, and this is your four-leg rehab minute. And in today's minute, I want to talk about visceral manipulation. So, this minute video is inspired currently by my business partner's cat that I've been working with. And she just adopted him. He did have a little bit of irritable bowel, and then the rescue, I will say in hopefully good intentions, decided they would do an exploratory. And anyways, they didn't find anything, but the poor little kitten has like incision like that, and he's really only this big. But anywho's, having diarrhea, vomiting, not wanting to eat. So it's like, okay, Lori, would you have a look? Because one of my other staff members had a cat that used to eat all sorts of things and had lots of exploratory surgeries where they removed several things that he had eaten. And he responded really well when I did visceral manipulation on him. I have also had a chance to do this on a couple of dogs that have had some issues or constipation and things like that. So just to basically say that there are techniques that you can do for the viscera to help with its both mobility and motility. So when we talk about this, from all that I've got on foreleg right now is doing a massage for the large intestine, right? So we'll just keep it at that because I haven't created a full course about visceral manipulation. But just so that you kind of thought process it a little bit, if you know the anatomy, right? So I decided not to use the Dead Greyhound book, the anatomy book. But if you look at your anatomy, right, we got coming down stomach, you've got your duodenum, and then it's gonna start looping in and going in and around. Okay, and then where do we come back to? And then basically it's going to come up. I've got my ilium here, and then this is my cecum and my ileocecal valve, and then we turn into our ascending colon, our transverse colon, our descending colon, and then rectum, and then whee out the back door. Okay, but we can, in any of those structures, kind of work the fecal material in the direction that we want it to go. So usually if we can kind of hit the cecum and then up, over, down, right? So where is your cecum? It's giving you a good landmark for starting your ascending colon. So if we go forward one page, and this is my guide to dissection of the dog. So if we go to this picture that basically just shows all of your omentum covering, right? And then what it says here is this here is the level of the cecum. So if you go up here is your xiphoid process, and there is your bladder, okay? And then of course, then we're gonna run into pubis and whatnot. So if we go between here and here, my cecum is about halfway, okay? And it's going to be on the right-hand side, okay, of the abdomen. So from there, you can go up, over, down, out, up, over, down, out, okay? So just as a bit of a tidbit and an inspiration that you could be able to have an impact on some of these dogs with, with the GI issue. Of course, you're not putting that on your shingle and you're not advertising, but you might have because you want people to go to the vet naturally instead of, your general vet, instead of, I think I need rehab for my dog's pooping issues. But it may get to that point where you are an option, and or one of your regular clients is like, oh, he's having some issues. Well, I can do this and see if it would help. And if this doesn't help, then you need to go to your vet. Just in the course of conversations with the client. Anyways, I'm just trying to cover my ass so that nobody gets all pissy about me telling you that you can massage a dog's intestines. And it's just one of those. And anyways, I've had success with it, and it's exciting when it works. So that's it. Until next time. Cheers.